Hey, this is Chris with Haven Lighting. Today we're going to be installing X-Series Classic on this beautiful home. Wait till you see the backyard. Let's take a look at the overall view of the home and how we're going to get started. Today we are installing the X-Series. We happen to be installing the Classic version that you see up on the roofline here. We're installing it under the soffit. You have the option to install it under the soffit or on top of the front lip of the gutter, however you want along the roofline. All a matter of preference. This customer has chosen to do under the soffit with the lights facing out. And again, with X-Series, you get to pick on how the lights face. So you mount the channel up, the mounting channel up on the soffit or on top of the gutter like this. And then the lights can snap in either sideways, up, or even backwards. So it's really up to you on how you want to mount the channel and how you want to mount the light. So you get the option of mounting it under the soffit or on the roof line, on top of the roof line. Totally flexible. The nice thing about it is the same channel also works with our Evolution series. So check that out. We've got lots of videos on that as well. Same mounting, same installation, same controller, just a different look and style. It's all a matter of preference. We give you tons of options here at Haven. So mounting the lights out, like this customer has chosen to do, they wanted a real Christmas light look, and you're gonna get a much more Christmas-like look mounting the lights out. If you want a more of a wall wash and downlighting look, then mounting the lights down in this application would be your best preference. Again, just a matter of preference. Are you looking more for a Christmas style lighting, or are you looking more for a wall wash down kind of lighting? So up to you, however you want to do it. We give you tons of options. We're actually going to be doing 3 different zones on this house. So zone 1 on the house will be connected to channel 1 on the controller. We are going to mount the receiver for zone 1 or channel 1 right in the back left-hand corner of the house up on the 2nd story. And we're going to start the channel or the light run up to the chimney. Now when we get to the chimney, we're going to go to the attic, and we're going to go around inside the attic and come out the other side of the chimney using an extension wire. And then we're going to come along the front side of the house. We're going to go across the house, up the peak, over, up the side peak, around the back, and finish in the same back left-hand corner that we started. Now, because this is over 150 feet, we're going to have to use power injector module, which we will also mount in that same corner and connect to the end of the run. Zone 2, we're going to start in the back side of the garage. The receiver will be mounted there as well, and we're going to come across the garage, up the side peak, and then across the front of the garage. That will complete zone 2 or channel 2 of the controller. Zone 3 will be connected to channel 3 of the controller, which we are actually going to mount right under the bay window. On the bottom side of the bay window, we're going to bring in an extension wire up to the light run, which we're going to bring across the front of the bay window and end on the other side. We start the process by planning our wire runs and the layout for the lights. Next, it's time to unload the truck and bring our supplies to the back of the house. Having at least a few extension ladders is important for installing X-Series if you're on a 2-story building. We also recommend wrapping rags around the end of the ladders if you don't have covers to keep from scuffing the house. Once we decide where we'll be placing the controller and running wires, we install a track alongside the gutter. The wire we are using is all-in-one power and communication wire from Haven Lighting. The track and track covers can easily be cut to size for each project. And it is also very helpful to pre-drill your screws so it's easier when you're on the ladder. The less steps on the ladder, the better. We start by installing the track where channel 1 will end as we make our way to the garage. And then we fish wire from one side of the soffit to the other so we can connect the first light. John is fishing the X-Series power and communication wire, as well as an extender cable through the soffit. We will run the power and communication cable in the track as we make our way across the back of the house. We will use this later for channel 2 at the garage. Also, we are running an extra extension cable through this soffit so we can use it for the power injector that we're going to use at the end of channel 1 on the back side of the house.
So we are running wire up this wireway. We're actually using the Haven channel for a wireway with wireway covers. We'll show you that in a little while. But we've got our wire run through. We cut a hole into the soffit where we will use a low voltage box as well as a flat cover once we're done to hide the wall. That just allowed us access to hide the wire going to the end of the run. So the run's actually going to start this way, go all the way around the house, come back here where we will power inject at the end. So we're actually running 3 wires up here. One is going to be the start of the run, channel 1, go around the second level. We're running a second wire that's going up, and it will actually be running inside of the channel over to the garage for channel 2. The garage is going to be where we start channel 2. And then a third wire is just a power injection wire where we will inject, because the second floor is so long, it's over 150 feet, so we need to power inject at the end. So that's the goal. We're using all Haven product to do it. The channels to hide the wire, cut a hole in the soffit, running the wire, feeding both channels, and having power injection. So the second channel is going to start over by the garage. We had 2 options to run the channel 2 wire from the controller on this side of the house. We could have gone inside the soffit where we had to make a couple 90-degree bends, which probably would have needed us to cut some access holes to make those turns to fish that wire through. Or, like we chose, we are running the wire right inside the channel. So we're laying the wire up, snapping the light over the wire, and it's inside the channel, which was an easier option for us to do. So we've got the wire trapped under the light in the channel. That's how we run the wire over to the garage. And now that we're making this turn, we're going to notch out the track so we can make that turn with no wire being exposed at all.
John makes the turn with the notch track and then covers it with a track cover to hide the wire. Cody keeps working down below on the back of the garage by laying his pre-drilled track. Here you'll see a very effective way we recommend installing the mounting track. He secures his first 6-foot track, then snaps a 9-inch light between that and the next unsecured track. This ensures that the tracks are straight and it holds the second track in place while he screws it to the house. Next, John drills holes in the soffit and fishes the wire around the corner to continue the run for channel 2. We are getting ready to install the lights where our first peak is on the side of the house. So let's talk about lights around the peaks. With the Haven X Series, you want to actually start at the peak and move outward this way. And that way, with the classic version, the lights are equidistant apart from the peak coming down. As well as with Evolution, you can make that perfect fit at the peak and work your way down this way. So the key with runs where peaks are involved, you want to start at the peak and work your way outward versus start from the end and work your way up. So remember, start with the peak first. Now, if you want to light exactly at the peak, we have this little 2-inch version that has the 1-inch section in the light itself. So you could put this right at the peak if you wanted to. So if you want to light right at the peak, a bulb right at the peak, you would use this 2-inch version. And then we've got some cover channel that you would cut for the rest to make up the difference in the blank areas with the classic version. So you can mount this either way. Now remember, it is male, female on the connections. So if you need to mount the other way, you can just feed the connector through to the other side and vice versa to make sure that it's opposite direction, depending on which way your light is mounted at the peak. While installing on the peaks, we discovered that the fascia board hangs down and covers where the lights are going to be mounted. To solve this problem, we used a piece of track cover and installed it upside down so that it acts as a riser. And then we screwed the track to that using screws long enough to secure the mounting into the wood soffit. And then we could install the light just like normal. Cody installs the track and lights on the front of the garage, which is a nice straight line, but it has one area worth noting at the end. So we've got less than 9 inches left. So how do we accomplish adding one more bulb at the end here? Easy, we use our 2-inch piece. I've already reversed the connections to make it male and female. So I needed the male and female swap, so I just passed it through the inside of the light here. And what we're gonna do is I've added a 6-inch extension to this so I can run this through the spacer. This is part number XRCHB. And we're gonna plug this extension right into the light. We're gonna feed that back through, back inside this light, just like so. Snap the spacer on. Just like that, and then we're gonna end. I'm gonna send this wire back inside the connection here. Then we're going to end here, and when I push that close, we're going to put the end cap on. We're going to put a stop here to keep this from pushing off. That's it. Next, an X-Series extender cable is fished through to connect the front of the garage and the corner peak. We use silicone to seal the hole after we're done fishing the extender cable. We keep running lights down the peak and making the connections around the front of the house. I am using a track and track cover to create a clean wire run that connects the lights on the peak and the next linear run on the house. This maintains the look of X-Series even when a light is not being installed. Then you just connect the lights and tuck in the wire. If you find yourself having any trouble inserting the wire into the track, here's a good trick. The key is, see how it's bent right there? So you fold it over itself like this, and then you just feed it in like that, and it literally goes right in. Now we get to an interesting part of the install on the back of the house, where the power and communication wire for channel 2 is going to be run down this gutter. Brian attaches the track along the back of the gutter and creates small segments to make the bend to hide the wire. Then he is ready to move on to the bay window. The corners of the bay window are connected and covered with slotted track end caps for a clean look. Now that the lights have been installed,
we're going to mount the 3 receivers, 1 for each channel, and the 1 transmitter, which we'll use as the power injector for channel 1. Next, John installs the receiver for channel 3 under the bay window. And Brian installs the receiver for channel 2 on the 2nd floor. Now we can unbox our X-Series controller. So one of the things you want to, as you get the controller, one of the things you want to always update firmware before you get started. So get it online, and if it has this message on it, give us a call and we'll update firmware right away for you. And then we'll mount it and hook it up to the lights. We find where we want to place the unit, hang it on the home, connect it to their Wi-Fi network, and attach it to the X-Series app. And that's it. This home is ready to enjoy their brand new X-Series Classic system. Thanks for watching, and check out the link in the description to get a quote for X-Series on your home.